Nathanael Molnar writes, "Hello, sons and daughters of AMC. My question is, which makes you more angry? Bad movies making a ton of money, Transformers, or great movies making barely any money, Edge of Tomorrow? Thanks and bring on the filthy."
Well, Schnepp, I just saw your angry face, so do you want to start this one?
That's
Sure.
like the old man get off my lawn.
Yeah. You kids get off my lawn and go see Edge of Tomorrow. If you haven't seen
that
Edge of
Gandalf?
Tomorrow, yeah, it was Gandalf. It was my impersonation from another universe. You go see Edge of Tomorrow right now. Stop watching our show. Get out of your house or your mom's basement or your college dormitory or your penthouse suite and get a ticket and see Edge of Tomorrow immediately, because it's only gonna be playing for like 2 more weeks, and it's a fantastic, giant budget, smart science fiction film. When do you get to see those in the theater? Hardly ever. So go see Edge of Tomorrow. So it's kind of a bummer. I know they screwed it up just like John Carter. They did a horrible ad campaign. I love Campia's "This is not the end" when he starts singing that song. I always try to get him to sing it. I'm always like, get him worked up just enough so he does his little dance. But yeah, go see that movie. It kind of irks me that and I was just as shocked as everyone else. I was like, man, that movie's gonna suck. That's what I thought, based on the ads and it's like a Matrix. I've seen it all before. And it's a great, really well thought out film. It's one of Tom Cruise's, really one of his best acting roles in a really long time. So yeah, when movies that are really good and deliver all the goods don't make that box office, it's disappointing. Just like we were talking about X-Men being such an amazing film on all these different levels, and it made a lot of money, it makes me really happy. Not just because it's a superhero film, because it's a great film that it deserves it. Edge of Tomorrow deserves people to go see it. Other films that are box office #1 right now, perhaps not. So.
Yeah, I feel the same way. That angers me more because there's certain films like, some that are in box office right now that are, holding a 17% rating on Rotten Tomatoes that a lot of people didn't like, but it's still going to make a lot of money because of franchise, because of overseas. There's a lot of elements that go into why it's going to make money regardless of people thinking it's a good movie or not. But yeah, that upsets me more too. Edge of Tomorrow was such a surprise. I heard that it was good and I was like, okay, I'm still going to go in there, with managed expectations, and I loved it. It's still one of my favorite films of the year. And yeah, Doug Liman, Tom Cruise, it was nice to see his whole character arc with a little humility in the beginning of the film. We don't see that a lot. And Emily Blunt, sign me up. She's fantastic. So that upsets me more when a really good piece of film that's unique and different than a lot of things out there that just recycle or remakes or whatever don't get the attention they deserve. And word of mouth helps a little bit, but the franchises are always going to win in that scenario. So.
I just don't think we can hate on the big franchises that are making the money. They have put in prequels and sequels and all of this effort, and that I think that reputation is going over to the not so great films. I think because they've got so much success leading up to it that we can't hate on it when it is successful, even though it's not great. We can be disappointed that it's like, hey, don't get lazy or don't start thinking that you can just kind of kick your feet up and earn the money. Like, you still have to earn the respect, and you still have to earn in reputation. But can we hate on the big guys by making the big bucks, by doing the same old thing? I don't think we can. If it's not broken, why fix it, right? And that's what some people, like what's in the box office at the moment, are sticking to. But I agree with both of you guys. I'm more upset when a great movie doesn't get the love and attention that it deserves. And I think it comes down to marketing and press and pushing the movie. Everything is, this is the best movie you'll see this year. And the next movie is like, this is the best movie you'll see this year.
Hang on a second. Yeah. No, this is really the best movie.
Yeah, I'll say this, yeah.
Hang on one more. You saw the other ones. Now this one is really the #1 film.
And I just don't think Edge of Tomorrow had enough of a push, going, no, you've seen all these other ones, but this. And as a consequence, because it kind of looked a little bit similar, like you're saying, it borrowed from other genres and other looks. But word of mouth. Isn't it funny how that's not as loud as what you know before?
Yeah, it wasn't marketed very well. It made the movie seem very small. It's actually much bigger than what you see. But I hate on bad movies, but I don't think hating on bad movies just because they're successful is as bad as good movies not getting noticed. Because I don't care for the Transformers franchise, but some people do, and they enjoyed the latest movie. I didn't care for it, but that's fine. Versus a good movie that did not get the attention it deserved. Edge of Tomorrow is one of them. There's many movies like that, and that's much more upsetting because it's like, here's a good movie. Either someone screwed up the marketing, or they didn't market it at all. Sometimes there's a good movie that just didn't get marketed, or maybe just doesn't have that mainstream appeal, which is
Just not connecting.
Yeah,
larger.
exactly, and that's always troublesome. And that one's a little harder to take because it's like, well, I kind of understand why the studio didn't put money behind marketing because it just doesn't appeal to that many people.
But you know what's funny about that is like all of us can say, hey, go see Edge of Tomorrow, and it's not really gonna, hopefully you guys will listen to us. But,
Listen!
Yeah, but like it's a small niche group who are watching this right now, and then a much larger group wants to retweet it immediately that Edge of Tomorrow is the best movie. Anyway, I'm just saying it's harder to get people to go see a film that you're saying, yeah, go see it, it's great, as opposed to if all of us complained unilaterally about, say, Transformers 4 and we're like, it was disappointing, it was just a bunch of explosions, I was bored. A bunch of people are like, I'm gonna go see it. It's weird how it works. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna believe that opinion. I'll see it for myself. Sleeping, weirdness,
People
it's
like hot messes in a weird way.
I think they're relying on that though. It's like, oh, is it really that bad? Can it really drop, 40% on one day on Rotten Tomatoes?
Sure.
I will
Can.
find out.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. All they need to see, everyone just needs to see it once for them
Yeah.
to make their money back and then some.
Right.
So.
And they sure did this weekend.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.